They've drank the dragon's Kool-Aid too. Hey, how's it going, fellow patriots? Since I got a lot of raves, people writing me and messaging me for the first video, I decided to do another one on this important topic. If you have not watched the first They've Drank the Dragon's Kool-Aid video on this channel, the dragon is a religious symbolic entity that also colluded with the political beast in the Bible, like in Revelation, that is against God's people. The Kool-Aid is the same concept as the first century whore who made its disciples drunk with delusion, symbolically using a chalice of wine. We're just using modern vernacular, but it's the same concept. And it's witty and effective. Now, not all Kool-Aid is of the dragon. We are very specific here. The dragon is accurately depicted as a monster-type serpent with an agenda that deceives and conquers to destroy, in this case, our Christian republic, that many have not recognized as such, but ungratefully partake of its benefits. So check out the first video on They've Drank the Dragon's Kool-Aid below after this. It appears God has illuminated these things in such a way you cannot Google it to get the truth. You cannot ask your church leader. You can only get it from having dug deeply in His Word for the truth, from those who think for themselves because they have made truth a priority. Why can't you ask your church leader to get this truth? Because most toe their party lines by only following their own prescribed orthodoxy that causes them to stay in their little boxes and not actually learn what Scripture says. Most of these teachers are following cleverly devised fables that I call a science fiction eschatology. They are only waiting for their mysterious Hollywood-type Antichrist that was a first century fulfillment, thus they can't or won't learn anything else. And like first century, maybe lukewarm, maybe stubborn Christians miss this valuable truth that is going on now. Kamala Harris is pushing identity politics with its pseudo-value system like mad, which is a religion in itself that they call politics, by pandering to the gullible sheeple. This video is about people like her, not about her in particular. She's just an example. And we have people like her in abundance right now. She is a disciple of the dragon without question, and I'll give examples soon so you're equipped and able to share with loved ones when these people run for office, which would literally destroy America. Now, the things she says are bizarre to someone who is in touch with the truth, but to those who have drinking the Kool-Aid, it will sound plausible and even like a worthy cause. They use this system to pander, to persecute those who don't adhere to it, and to fire up their bases. Jesus said about this deceptive entity that existed in the first century that would use non-biblical values that we say is back because the Christian adversary Satan is released back into the land for a little season. Revelation 20 verse 3 and 7. See our new What is Proper Preterism article below. If it were possible, would deceive the very elect. But it's not possible, right? Are you struggling with the pseudo-value system of the dragon? Are you unsure because you have had a hard time, seeing these things? Well, I'm going to give more examples that you won't want to miss now. This misleading value system that appears good on the surface is to replace true biblical values because it contradicts them. It is carnal-minded, things like race, sex, lies, or distortion of the truth. And I'll share some things Kamala Harris is promoting soon. God, in Romans 8, verse 7, states, because the carnal mind, or unspiritual mind of the flesh, my emphasis, is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Verse 5 and 6 says, for those who are in accord with the flesh, or the carnal mind, are disposed to that which is of the flesh, yet those who are in accord with the Spirit, to that which is of the Spirit. For the disposition of the flesh, or carnal mind, is death, yet the disposition of the Spirit is life and peace. Now some examples used by adherents of the dragon system are homophobia the Bible defines as sodomy or sin. It uses the race card constantly to intimidate and place the victim on these pseudo-values and labels with fake hate. Yes, they redefine hate to label, intimidate, and defame even model citizens. It uses fake history to deceive and persecute. When a gay person is attacked, then no one should be attacked. they will, without evidence or even lie, and say that person was attacked because they're gay. I guess I can't understand why someone would attack someone for that. Maybe it happens by misguided kids, I don't know. But it's no more hateful than a Christian attacked for their values, which they never stand up for. If the truth be told, the dragon's disciples secretly rejoice when these things happen so they can further promote their system of hate against Christianity. This pseudo-value system they employ is in alliance with the fake Antichrist media Christ through Trump has exposed as the enemy of the people, and they use it to intimidate and indoctrinate. The dragon system also espouses superficial diversity as a virtue. Remember that word diversity now that they will be campaigning. Diversity that cannot benefit a people. For example, who cares if we have different genders or different races in office? And that is fine. But if you are intelligent, you'll know it's qualifications of a person that matter, nothing else. But this is how identity politics of the dragon work, and to the shame of many Americans, they have drank that Kool-Aid. These people promoting such things are the racist and sexist ones, because in doing so, they eliminate potential qualified people for the nonsensical sake of race and sex. See what I mean? It's madness in disguise. But many have woken up, and that is why we have President Trump, who the dragon system hates, by the way. The fact that they hate him tells us we are doing the right thing. And some of you may have noticed that some of these things I'm describing could be also identified as Marxism, Bolshevism, that is a past thing. But we are saying it's out in gangbusters now, and for this very reason, when you read our Proper Preterism article, it's a short article, and it's be very well worth your time. Why we're seeing it so prevalent now, why we're seeing all these demagogues now. Yes, unfortunately, many of the American people are towing the party line, and they have bought into this system. They are lulled to sleep by it, but we are privy to it, and will expose it, and will vote and speak accordingly. I have replied to people of this system like her and Nancy Pelosi on Twitter, and if what we say to them ever clicks, they would have to employ another strategy to try to get our votes. But they are deceived, and I don't think they have another strategy. Their present strategy is what drives them and how they fire deceive people up. If we speak up and take this false message away from them, they will have nothing, because they have no message or vision for we the people. Don't forget to check out our new What is Proper Preterism article on our site. And the first, they've drank the dragon's Kool-Aid video, and the links below. Please subscribe, hit the bell, like and share. This is Stephen Hawk. God bless. Till next time.